fish hooked up. I need you to fight a fish.
I got you. I got you.
Fell off.
Your hand fell off.
Your hand or the like real thing? Bud?
I'm fake elbowing at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
Is this not cool, bro? Look at this.
Oh. What's up, guys? Captain Jimmy here. Hope you enjoyed that little intro. We were out there with Ken Bost of Palmetto State Armory in Savannah, Georgia. And it was a special day out there at the stream with me, him, and Ryan. It was super cool. Ryan straight gets after it, guys. It's awesome to see what accessible people are capable of. I never underestimate him. I've said from the get-go, dude's a ranger. You know, he's a year and a half or so ahead of recovery. He's smoking it. But it's pretty cool when somebody says on the boat, my hand fell off. I'm fake elbowing it. And even at one point, which you'll see in a longer video that'll be on our YouTube channel about the mahi fishing that we were doing there last week, he was actually trying to reel with his face at one point. It was just sheer determination. Absolutely love it. Motivates the hell out of me, guys, as it should everybody. So anyway, guys, moving on to the fishing. This weekend's wind forecast is not good, guys. We got that front coming through. You got a short window, possibly Saturday morning for those of you in the Kingfish tournament. We caught a big one this week. That was in the opening shot there, the gaff shot. But guys, you know, by 10 a.m. it's saying turning out of the northeast at 10 knots. It depends on how fast that front moves in. It says 2 feet at 4 seconds, which is very, very doable for you know, people that are used to walking around on the deck when it's nice and choppy. From there, guys, it just gets worse. Okay, all next week looks pretty much well. Tuesday and Wednesday there might be a window to get to the reefs. I'm looking at Gray's right now. It's saying 3.5 feet at 6.5 seconds Tuesday, which is very doable, and then 3.5 feet at 8 seconds on Wednesday. Guys, it depends on if that front stalls offshore or not, being what we'll be able to do. So as far as that goes, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I hate it for everybody that can only fish on the weekends when, you know, it looked like it was going to be kind of pretty and then go south. So moving on, guys, we can't control the weather, right? So, guys, the inshore is absolutely awesome right now. Not seeing a whole lot of big ones being caught. Seeing some nice overslot reds, just not a lot of numbers of them. But the rest of it's absolutely on fire, guys. Live bait. I think Bull River Marina has it. I'm not really sure who else does, guys. So go get you a cast net from Palmetto State Armory and go start throwing that thing, guys. So moving on to the near shore, Barracuda. Seems like there's an awful lot there for this time of year. Okay. That being said, it's they're a lot of fun. Okay. We've caught some small kingfish on the reefs. Our bigger kingfish are being caught at the snapper banks. So on the reefs right now, I would concentrate on live bait trolling, fishing the bottom with live bait for cobia, because there is a good cobia bite. I haven't been messing with them. I'm going to on my next trips this upcoming week if we can get them in. So that being said, guys, you want that. I just run a single drop bottom rig, and then I just put a 6/0 circle hook with a pogie. Shoot that joker to the bottom. If he's down there, he should eat it. Also, what you can do is put you a Carolina rig out, okay? Circle hook, same thing. Put you a Carolina rig with about, 4 feet a leader or so. Put it down about halfway down the mid-water column, so you want it halfway down there. And then obviously you want a flat line on top. So you're covering the top, the middle, and the bottom of the water column, guys. So if there's kings, cobia, anything like that, you'll get it. I always do run a wire leader on my flat line so I don't lose my kingfish, guys. So that being said, that's what I would do out there. I haven't seen a whole lot of keeper sea bass where I've been fishing. I also haven't really been targeting them, but I feel like you should still be catching them this time of year on the reefs. So if you guys have been catching them, definitely let us know in the comments if you guys went out there. Maybe it's just, I need to go out there and actually target them. But we've been catching a few here and there on when we're trying to catch our other stuff on jigs and whatnot. So guys, moving on to the snapper banks, absolutely on fire. We were out there just 2 days ago. Caught that giant kingfish, then caught one in the low 20s. There's strawberry grouper, vermilion, and more sharks than you can shake a stick at, guys. It is absolutely insane. I've never seen this many sharks out there. We couldn't barely get anything to the boat, but every time you hit the bottom, we were getting pounded. Like I said, when we were getting stuff to the boat, it was high quality fish. So stay away from the sharks if you can. I don't know how to tell you to do that. Just get them bottom fish up fast, guys. And when you're trolling, make sure the captain, we're trying to get that boat, with that kingfish, because you don't want to put too much drag on him when he's hauling freight through there. So you don't want to put too much drag on him and rip that hook out. So it's really, I like to put the person in the corner. I think I have a video on this on YouTube, but we're going to do a very thorough video on this next time we're out if we get the opportunity. Got to find the kingfish again. But I like to put my client, because a lot of these guys, they don't do this every day. A lot of people don't do this every day. So moving around a boat, manipulating a rod gets to be a lot. So what I like to do is I like to put them in the corner. For example, port side, at the stern, and just kind of put them there where they can lean in. That Sportsman's got some nice pads that's going around there. I think they're called bolsters or something. So, but I set them right there. I leave the clicker on. I know it drives people crazy, all you salty dogs out there who are just nasty at this. I know it drives y'all crazy, but it also allows me as the captain with an inexperienced angler so I know when they're getting line. I know when it's pulling line, and I know when it's a stalemate, all by the sound of the clicker. So that's why I leave that on. So that way, when I'm out there with clients and it's just me on the boat, I can put them in the corner, coach them based off of what I'm hearing. And I don't have to, on that big Sportsman with that giant cockpit, I don't have to be stretching and looking and doing all that. I can listen, guys, and know what's going on and know what to tell them to do. So guys, that if you can get out to the snapper banks right now, that's where I'm spending all my time. If you can't get out to, because we can't get out to the stream every day, we still got some good breaks and stuff out there, but we can't get out there every day. And so when we can't, we like to be on the snapper banks right now. And then here in another couple weeks, we'll be pushing it to the reefs when those kingfish push into the reefs. Also, I got a report this week of some guys at the Savannah Boathouse that did catch a mahi at the snapper banks. So the Grand Banks right now down to the south are absolutely on fire. That's where I would target if I were you. The blue water, obviously we know what's going on out there. The mahi. I'm not sure. I'm not in that bill fishing crowd. Because I'm not a bill fisherman. I've seen a couple now, and we caught a little one and hooked a bigger one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I know a lot have been seen, so hopefully if any of the bill fishermen are watching this, if you guys want to put in the comments if guys have know of any being actually caught, that'd be great. So guys, that's about it. I'm going to turn it over to Quinn Hollingsworth out of Destin, Florida, one of my ranger buddies, and hopefully this helps you guys. And if you guys ever have any questions, hit me up. I'm happy to help. Until next time, we'll see y'all out on the
What's up, guys? Captain Quinn, Ranger Angler Fishing Charters, coming at you from the Santa Rosa Beach, Florida area of the Panhandle. Here to give you guys your Choctawhatchee Bay fishing report. All right, so I've been running a few trips lately, and the bite has been pretty darn good, not gonna lie. Speckled sea trout, one of the main species that I've been targeting. Not only because I love catching speckled sea trout, but moms, dads, brothers, sisters, cousins, everybody loves catching them. They're in abundance, they're fun to catch on light tackle, they're not very technical to catch, and so that's a no-brainer for me when I'm running trips. Way I've been targeting speckled sea trout. So early mornings, late evenings. Sometimes we get these late spring winds It's better to get on the water as soon as you can. So that good, slick glass water, obviously that's what you want to be after. And you're going to get that early morning or in the evening. I've been finding them in about 3 feet of water, and I'm targeting grass flats. So let's say I've got a 200 meter stretch of grass flat. Depending on wind direction and tide, etc., I'll position myself to where I can kind of just slowly drift over that grass flat. And once we find the fish, I'll power pull down, and we'll target them until they stop biting, and then we'll just pick up and move back down again. I want to talk about some of the things that I've been using on the grass flats, artificial wise. So the Z-Man Easy Shrimps, you can't beat them. I love this. I love these things. They're super tough, and I'm in no way, shape, or form sponsored or endorsed by Z-Man or anything. I just talk about these things because they work really well, and they're almost as good as the real thing. I really like that translucent bottom. You got that nice pink on top, and then not to mention, they're just almost indestructible. So this thing's probably caught 15, 20 fish, and it'll last another 20, 30 more. So, if you're the budget fisherman and, you don't feel like spending money on live shrimp every day, these things are working. And so I got it on a weighted hook, and you can either fish this just like this on a weighted hook, or you can fish it under a popping cork. Doesn't really matter. Either way, this thing's gonna go good. And if you want to, put you a little Procure on there, give it a little scent, and yeah, these things have been working. Another thing is these Z-Man minnows. So I really like this Dark and Stormy. It's a little 3-inch minnow by Z-Man, and I've really found that the trout really love that purple. It's got the white flake at the bottom, and that's been working really well. Whitebait, pogies, LYs, whatever you call them from your region, they've been super abundant in the bay. I'll cast net those if I'm running a trip, throw those in the live well, and I'll run them Carolina rigged, and I'll fish them the same thing. Fish them over the grass flats, fish them under docks, points, structures, etc. And not only will you catch sea trout that way, but you'll pick up the reds as well. We're getting into early summer, but I don't want to discount the pompano bite. It's still out there. I took my kids fishing when the wind was blowing on the bay. We couldn't take the boat out, and we decided to do some pompano fishing, and the pompano are still running the beach. If you can get away from the seagrass, they're still out there. What I've been using, single or a double pompano rig, go to your local bait and tackle store. They can point you in the right direction. But a pompano rig, and I'm about to let you guys in on a secret for bait. Shh. This stuff, fish gum, pompano candy. This stuff absolutely does it. I'm telling you, it works really good. You can use sand fleas, you can use fish bites, etc. But if you got a big current, you got a lot of waves, sand fleas come off. Fish bites, yeah, they're good. But again, I told you I was letting you in on a secret. Use this fish gum pompano candy. This stuff absolutely has been working wonders for the pompano bite. Anyways, well, that's about it, guys. So to recap, speckled sea trout absolutely been on fire. Redfish, we're catching them when we're targeting sea trout. Be on the lookout for those big jacks right now. I know to some people, catching a big 40-pound jack is not what they want to catch, but for me, I love them. I call them Choctawhatchee Bay tunas, and they are going to be absolutely cruising the bay, crushing schools of bait fish. I love catching those. They're super fun. And for some people, it could be a fish of a lifetime. They're big, and pound for pound, nothing fights harder than a jack. So be on the lookout for those. Be on the lookout for trout on the grass flats, redfish as well. Docks are good. If you're fishing midday and it's sun super high, go find you a dock and just keep working dock after dock after dock. Throw your bait right where the shadow line meets. You'll be effective. You'll get fish. Hope this was beneficial to you guys. Until next time, tight lines.